Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The saga surrounding Jonathan Kuminga and his next destination in the NBA has quickly become one of the most intriguing storylines of this offseason. Kuminga, a young forward who showed flashes of brilliance last season, is now at a crossroads, and the buzz around the league centers on the Sacramento Kings' aggressive pursuit of him. According to insider reports, the Kings have put forward a 3-year deal worth $63 million to try and secure Kuminga's services, a move that could shake up the landscape of the Western Conference. This offer is not just a simple contract proposal. It comes bundled with a sign-and-trade package where the Golden State Warriors would receive Malik Monk, a seasoned guard, and a first-round pick in the 2030 NBA draft. This kind of proposal carries multiple layers of complexity and implications for both franchises. What makes this situation particularly fascinating is the backdrop of Kuminga's relationship with the Warriors. The young swingman has expressed a desire to leave Golden State, feeling that the fit is no longer right for him. His rapport with head coach Steve Kerr reportedly hit a rough patch, which has contributed to his willingness to explore other options. For a player who is still developing his game and carving out his role in the league, finding the right environment is crucial. The Kings seem to be offering not only a significant financial commitment, but also the promise of a starting role alongside established stars like Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis. This combination of opportunity and security is exactly what a young player like Kuminga might be looking for. From Sacramento's perspective, this potential acquisition could address several needs. The Kings missed the playoffs last season, highlighting the gaps in their roster, especially in wing scoring and defensive versatility. Adding Kuminga, known for his athleticism and ability to attack the basket, could energize their lineup and provide a new dimension to their offense. Moreover, by offering a first-round pick and a player like Malik Monk in a trade, they are showing a willingness to invest heavily in immediate improvements rather than simply building through the draft or waiting on player development. However, the deal is far from straightforward. One of the sticking points has been the protections attached to the draft pick involved. The Warriors want an unprotected pick to maximize their future flexibility and asset value, while the Kings have insisted on lottery protections, aiming to safeguard their chances of landing a top-tier prospect. This disagreement has led to a stalemate in negotiations, underscoring how delicate these multi-year transactions can be, especially when both teams have competing priorities and visions for their futures. Meanwhile, the Warriors find themselves in a difficult position. They are keen to retain Kuminga because their core group, featuring veterans who have carried the franchise through multiple championship runs, is aging. Players like Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and others are entering the twilight of their careers, so having a young, talented player like Kuminga is vital for the team's long-term competitiveness. But Kuminga's demands for a long-term contract with financial and role security have created a deadlock. The Warriors reportedly offered a 2-year $45 million deal with a team option and removed his not-raid clause, which Kuminga rejected. The player's stance shows he wants more control over his career path, unwilling to accept terms that limit his flexibility or undervalue his potential. Other teams, such as the Phoenix Suns, have expressed interest, but the Suns' roster composition and salary cap constraints make it challenging for them to fit Kuminga into their long-term plans. The Warriors also have reportedly dismissed some trade proposals that don't meet their valuation, especially those that would require giving up key young pieces or future assets that could help them rebuild. Looking at Kuminga's performance last season, it's clear why teams are so interested. He averaged over 15 points per game, showing marked improvement in scoring and rebounding. He demonstrated the ability to step up during the playoffs, particularly in the series against the Minnesota Timberwolves, where he averaged more than 20 points per game. Despite battling some ankle injuries during the season, his athleticism and potential were on full display, indicating he could be a pivotal piece for any team willing to invest in his development. But beyond the numbers, the bigger question is what Kuminga wants for his future. Does he prioritize a big paycheck, the chance to be a starter and key contributor, or does he want to stay in a winning environment where he can learn from seasoned veteran? Sacramento seems to be offering the most attractive combination of role and money, with the added incentive of being part of a rebuilding team hungry to make a leap. The Warriors offer the allure of contending for championships and continuity, but without the guarantee of the prominent role Kuminga desires. The Suns, meanwhile, seem like the least likely landing spot unless the situation changes dramatically. There is also a more risky path for Kuminga. He could decline all offers and play under his qualifying contract next season, which is just under $8 million. That would allow him to hit unrestricted free agency in 2026. And potentially command a more lucrative deal. However, this strategy comes with significant risks. Injury or a dip in performance could drastically reduce his market value. In essence, Jonathan Kuminga's next move will likely define the trajectory of his career. He stands at the edge of becoming a true two-way star, someone who can impact the game on both ends of the floor, or he risks becoming a talented wing who never quite finds the right fit to unlock his full potential. The decisions made in the coming weeks by the Warriors, Kings, and Kuminga himself will ripple across the league, influencing not just their own futures, but the competitive balance in the Western Conference. The situation also highlights the complexities of NBA contracts and trades in today's league, where salary caps, player options, trade protections, and note rate clauses create a tangled web that teams and players must navigate carefully. For Warriors fans, it's a tense moment as they hope to hold on to a player who could be the bridge to their next championship window. For Kings supporters, there's excitement at the possibility of landing a dynamic young talent who can help turn their fortunes around. And for the rest of the league, the drama is a reminder that even in a star-driven sport, the stories behind the scenes are just as compelling as what unfolds on the court. As this story unfolds, all eyes will be on Kuminga's camp and the front offices involved. The upcoming decisions will reveal not only what the player values most, but also how much the Warriors and Kings are willing to sacrifice to shape their futures. It is a delicate dance of negotiation, ambition, and strategy that encapsulates the high-stakes world of NBA roster building. The situation surrounding Jonathan Kuminga's future is more than just a contract negotiation. It reflects a pivotal moment in the NBA landscape where young talents seek to assert control over their careers while teams juggle present ambitions and future planning. Kuminga, at just 22 years old, is not only evaluating the financial aspects of his next deal, but also weighing the opportunity for growth playing time and the chance to establish himself as a cornerstone player. His decision will inevitably shape how the Warriors, Kings, and even the Suns map out their trajectories in the coming years. The Warriors, fresh off a deep playoff run, despite aging stars, face a challenging balancing act. Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, the core that defined the franchise's dominance over the past decade, are moving toward the later stages of their careers. The urgency for Golden State is to transition smoothly by integrating younger players like Kuminga, who bring size, speed, and a high ceiling. However, Kuminga's hesitance to accept a short-term deal or one with limiting clauses signals his desire to secure his place and not be treated as just a developmental project. This insistence complicates Golden State's efforts, especially given the team's strict salary cap management and the need to remain competitive in the immediate future. Sacramento's bold offer is a clear message that they believe Kuminga could be the missing piece in their puzzle. The Kings, who narrowly missed the playoffs last season, have a core that blends promising youth and established talent. By slotting Kuminga alongside Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis, the team envisions an athletic and versatile front line capable of competing with the elite Western Conference squads. Furthermore, giving Kuminga a starting role with significant responsibilities offers him the chance to grow into a leadership position, something the Warriors' current roster depth might not be able to provide. Malik Monk's inclusion in the trade package also plays a crucial role. Monk, while not a star, offers scoring punch and veteran experience that could help Golden State maintain depth in their backcourt during the transition period. The 2030 first round pick sweetens the deal for the Warriors by adding a future asset that might help rebuild or retool the roster down the line. Yet the pick protections remain a sticking point, highlighting how NBA teams try to balance risk and reward in asset management. The Warriors' preference for an unprotected pick shows their hunger for guaranteed future value, while Sacramento's cautious approach aims to protect themselves against losing a potentially franchise-changing draft choice. Beyond the contractual and roster implications, Kuminga's choice reflects broader trends in player empowerment and the evolving dynamics between players and organizations. Today's NBA athletes have more tools and platforms to voice their preferences and shape their career paths. Kuminga's clear message that he wants a starting role and to be in a system that values his style of play demonstrates this shift. He is not merely waiting for an offer, he is actively seeking a situation where he can thrive both personally and professionally. The Zoom calls he has had with the Kings' general manager and coaching staff underscore how seriously both parties are treating this process. The Phoenix Suns' interest adds another layer to the narrative. Although their roster construction and cap situation make a deal challenging, the Suns' pursuit of Kuminga signals their ambition to refresh their lineup and find new wings who can contribute both offensively and defensively. Yet the Suns are already loaded with wing players and must balance immediate competitiveness with long-term flexibility. Their inability to present a compelling package that satisfies Golden State's demands has made them a less likely destination. But the league is full of surprises, and the Suns could still emerge as a dark horse in this saga if circumstances shift. For Kuminga, the stakes are high. He can choose the immediate security of a lucrative deal and a clear role in Sacramento, or he can bet on himself by staying with Golden State and continuing to develop under their championship contending environment. The risk of opting to play under his qualifying offer and entering unrestricted free agency next year is significant. Injury or a drop in performance could diminish his value dramatically. On the other hand, a strong season could elevate him to a new level, increasing his earning potential and bargaining power. This gamble reflects a broader dilemma faced by many young players in the NBA who must balance short-term earnings with long-term career trajectory. Looking at Kuminga's skill set, he is a fascinating prospect. His blend of size, athleticism, and versatility makes him a prototypical modern wing capable of guarding multiple positions and attacking the rim with explosiveness. However, his shooting consistency and decision-making still require refinement. These elements will be crucial in determining whether he becomes a two-way star or remains a high-upside player who struggles to find a consistent role. The right environment and coaching can accelerate this growth, making his next team choice all the more critical. The Warriors' hesitation to meet Kuminga's demands might also reflect a larger organizational philosophy. Golden State has built a culture around a core of established stars and role players who buy into a system emphasizing ball movement, spacing, and unselfish play. Integrating a young, ambitious player who wants significant minutes and a guaranteed role might be challenging within that framework, especially when the team is trying to maximize the remaining prime years of Curry and Green. This tension between veteran leadership and emerging talent is a common challenge in championship caliber teams. Sacramento, on the other hand, appears ready to embrace the youth movement. Their willingness to offer Kuminga a starting spot and invest in his development signals a franchise eager to build a new identity. The Kings have not made the playoffs in recent years, and their urgency to change that narrative could make them a fertile ground for Kuminga to flourish. Playing alongside players like Sabonis and Levine gives him a strong supporting cast while still positioning him as a focal point. On the wing, from the front office perspective, this negotiation is a delicate balancing act. The Warriors must weigh the cost of losing Kuminga for nothing next year against the risk of overpaying or losing salary cap flexibility. The Kings have to decide how much they are willing to sacrifice in terms of future draft assets and roster depth to secure a promising but still developing player. Meanwhile, Kuminga's camp must evaluate how much to push for in contract terms without jeopardizing his standing in the league or alienating potential suitors. In the midst of all this, fans are watching closely, understanding that Kuminga's decision is more than just about dollars. It's about identity, opportunity, and legacy. The path he chooses could determine whether he becomes a franchise cornerstone or a cautionary tale of talent untapped. It is a story that encapsulates the modern NBA's complexities, where player agency, financial strategy, and competitive aspirations collide. As talks continue, one thing is clear: Kuminga's next move will reverberate beyond just one player or one team. It will influence the Warriors' approach to rebuilding or contending, shape the Kings' rise or fall in the competitive Western Conference, and potentially shift the balance of power among teams jockeying for position. It's a high-stakes chess match where every move counts, and the coming weeks will be crucial in defining the next chapter of Kuminga's career and the futures of the franchises involved. This negotiation also highlights how the NBA's collective bargaining structure and salary cap rules create both opportunities and obstacles for players and teams alike. Sign and trade deals, pick protections, and contract clauses are tools used strategically to navigate a complex financial ecosystem. For fans, the behind-the-scenes maneuvering may seem convoluted, but it is an integral part of building a winning team in today's league. The Kuminga situation perfectly illustrates the intricate dance of talent valuation, player desire, and front office strategy. Ultimately, Jonathan Kuminga's journey is emblematic of a new generation of NBA players who are more informed, vocal, and assertive about their careers. They seek not just to earn, but to find the right fit that aligns with their goals and maximizes their potential. As teams strive to accommodate these demands while maintaining competitive rosters, the NBA continues to evolve into a league where player empowerment and organizational planning coexist in a delicate balance. For now, the Warriors remain firm but cautious, the Kings appear ready to invest boldly, and the Suns watch from the sidelines waiting for their moment. Kuminga's choice will resonate for years to come, a defining chapter in the ever-changing saga of the league's young stars making their mark. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers from the basketball world have started to intensify as rumors swirl around the possibility that Sotto, the towering Filipino sensation who has captured international attention, might be on the verge of signing with the Golden State Warriors. Known for his remarkable height and skill set that blends traditional big man fundamentals with surprising agility, Sotto has been the subject of speculation since his promising performances in various leagues and tournaments. The Warriors, a franchise renowned for their strategic acquisitions and eye for potential, could be setting their sights on this young talent to add depth and versatility to their roster. Sources close to the situation suggest that negotiations have been quietly progressing behind the scenes, with both sides reportedly expressing strong interest. If this deal comes to fruition, it would mark a significant milestone not only for Sotto's career, but also for the Warriors' future plans, as the team looks to blend experience with youthful promise. Delving deeper into the potential implications of this rumored signing, one cannot help but consider how Sotto's unique playing style might integrate into the Warriors' fast-paced, perimeter-oriented offense. Sotto, standing at an imposing 7'3" frame, combines his size with agility and shooting touch, making him a potential mismatch nightmare for opponents. Analysts speculate that the Warriors could utilize his length to bolster their defense, especially in rim protection and rebounding, while also capitalizing on his ability to stretch the floor with mid-range and three-point shooting. This could offer a new dimension to Golden State's offensive schemes, providing more spacing and an inside presence that has sometimes been missing in recent seasons. Moreover, with the Warriors' core players, aging adding a young, developing talent like Sotto could ensure continuity and maintain competitiveness in the loaded Western Conference for years to come. The buzz around Sotto's potential move to Golden State has also sparked conversations about the broader impact this could have on the NBA and basketball's global landscape. As one of the most promising Asian prospects, Sotto's presence in the league has been eagerly anticipated by fans across Southeast Asia, where basketball is passionately followed. A signing with the Warriors, one of the NBA's most popular and successful franchises, would not only elevate Sotto's profile, but also significantly increase the NBA's visibility in international markets. This could lead to expanded fan engagement, new sponsorship opportunities, and a stronger pipeline for Asian talent aspiring to compete at the highest level. Rumors suggest that the Warriors front office might be strategically positioning themselves to tap into this burgeoning market, leveraging Sotto's appeal to connect with a wider global audience while simultaneously strengthening their roster for upcoming challenges.